Yo, it's been a minute. It's been about 2 weeks, 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half since I uploaded. Um, and there's nothing wrong. I just feel like I've been trying to do things different. Um, Even if not out here and here, just trying to think differently. And it's crazy because I was really just. It's not like my mindset. Well, no, my mindset changed, but like I had to like fake it. And so I naturally feel like I was in a spot where I didn't have to fake it anymore. And it made me think, like, it's faking it till you make it kind of the key. And I don't mean like in the sense of like just being a fake individual. I mean like telling yourself, like reframing how you state certain thoughts to yourself. Like, okay, instead of saying like I need to go work out every morning, I just say I go work out every morning. You know, it's not putting an expectation or like a bar to hit. It's more or less like my floor now. It's like I go work out. You know what I'm saying? Um, Whether I work out for like 10 minutes or 45 minutes, that's a whole nother story. But it's all about how I'm framing the thought. That way, when I go to do the action of said thought, it doesn't feel as much like a chore. Instead, it feels like a choice. And I think that's what the key is. You got to make all of it seem like this is my choice. This is my intentional choice. It's not something that I feel like I have to do. And if I don't do it, I'm less than I was. If I were to do it, it's more like I'm whole as is. This is just an addition to that wholeness. It doesn't make or break your wholeness, but I think you also have to like repeatedly tell yourself that. So like if I was saying I go to the gym 5 days a week and I miss a day out of those 5 days, that's okay. It's not, oh, I needed to go to the gym 5 days a week. It's like I go to the gym 5 days a week. And if I happen to not go this week 5 times, that's okay. You just move on to the next week and make sure you hit that fifth day next week. Um, and it's funny because my homie, he sent me a post kind of speaking on this topic, like talking about how, kind of like how LARPing might be the answer you're looking for to like staying consistent and to being that person you want to be. Because at the end of the day, while you want to be this person, you are yourself. If you yourself want to be this person, you have to move as if you are already that person. Even if it is like so unrealistic, if you're in a complete state of delusion, you still have to move as if you have everything you wanted, as if you've achieved everything you wanted to achieve. But what would that person be doing on a day-to-day basis? What would be their routine? What would be their norm? And that requires a level of sacrifice into what you're used to. So it was interesting because LARPing has been like a buzzword recently. Essentially bandwagons, and people who aren't really who they claim to be. But when you flip that same ideology, it's like, okay, LARPing might be the answer though. LARPing, all right, so like let's say I want to be good at like karate or karate is the best option. I'll just say karate, fuck it. But it's like, okay, if I want to be good at karate and I'm already the master in my head, what would the master be doing? Expanding his knowledge, learning what to do, learning what not to do, practicing, honing their skills. You are already on the foot rail or on the path. I don't know why I said foot rail. You are already on the path to becoming that said master. So it's weird because when my homie told me to like make a video about this, I was already kind of thinking somewhat about this, but I was also thinking about another topic that I am going to speak on, but I'm gonna have to split it in two. Um, but it was interesting because it reminded me of how powerful our minds are. It reminded me of how powerful our the way that we speak to ourselves is. It's like that matters so much. And like not just as a friend, but also as like the person you want to be, you have to be that person. You have to like be in the mindset of what you think, what you believe that person would be doing, and how they would be reacting to certain things. Like recently I've been learning to listen instead of react. And granted, that's something I already thought I mastered, but it's real easy to like slip away from something you feel like you mastered. There's always more time to resharpen that blade. You know what I'm saying? So when I was like, I forgot who I was talking to, but they didn't even say anything offensive. But when I spoke, I got very defensive. Like I got very defensive for no reason. And it wasn't like I took offense to it, but I don't want to say I didn't take offense to it. It's like I felt attacked, I guess, and I felt the need to defend my stance, even though there was no stance to defend. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that the person I want to be isn't someone who allows others to get him into such a state where he feels the need to defend his perspective, his position, you know, because at the end of the day, he knows where he stands, he knows who he is, and that's who I want to be, that's who I strive to be. So that's how I need to act now. Whether I feel like that's who I truly am now, that's a whole different story. Even if I have to fake it till I make it, that's what I have to do. So it just led me to ask, like, is LARPing really that bad? I don't think it is. I think a lot of people, you know, they hear that buzzword and they just automatically think it's not a real fan. It's not a real ride or die supporter. And it's also, in my opinion, I think it's someone who's willing to fake it till they make it. They're willing to play that part until they are truly in that part. And I think plenty of people, and not just like entertainment and stuff, but plenty of people in like businesses and stuff, they do that. They have that mindset until they're already in that position, or until they are in that position. So I don't think it's about switching up like your routine or your diet or, you know, any of that, any external. I don't really think that's the answer, because at the end of the day, you are still you. You aren't that person that you want to be. However, if you change the way that you're thinking, if you change it from I want to be this to I am this, you are already one step closer. And more, that's a greater step than trying to force yourself into this mold while your mindset is still stuck where you are. You know what I'm saying? So that was hot. Hold on. Oh my God. All right. Like I said, though, it's like you have to be willing to change. No, I'm right. You have to be willing to change that mindset, change the way you state certain things and the way you go about certain actions. Don't make it a requirement. Make it a norm. Make it your floor. Like, this is my norm. I'm not gonna stress about doing this or not doing this, because I know that even if I don't do this right now today, it's gonna get done tomorrow. Even if it doesn't get done tomorrow, it's gonna get done today. You know what I'm saying? Don't give yourself the option to weigh it out, because if that person you want to be wants to go work out or eat better, do that. Do that, but don't make it a I have to do this. Make it I do this. Get rid of the I have to, I want to. Simply state I do this. And that alone will change so many problems we come to face when trying to like improve ourselves, because we give ourselves these expectations, these like bars to hit, and then when we don't hit these bars, it's a reason for us to fall down lower than where we were before, and now it's a reason to stay where we're at. But if we don't give ourselves the excuse, whether we're doing the thing we want to do or not, we are still moving forward just with that mindset. So when I say this, I'm telling y'all, try your best to LARP. Be that person you want to be, even if you feel like you're nowhere near that. Nigga, you could start today. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss, but you could start today. And I made this video because this time I've taken away from making these videos, I've seen it. I've seen it for myself because I've applied it. You got to be able to be flexible. You got to be able to take it with the ebbs and the flows. And at the end of the day, as long as you are still you are still breathing, guess what? It's okay. It's okay. So don't put so much pressure on yourself to achieve these goals. Simply make it your norm to do these. Like, don't even think about it as like as a challenge, because it's not a challenge to this person that you want to be. It's simply another part of your routine. And now you just gotta you gotta figure out how to craft that routine, how to solidify it that works into your day, in your day-to-day life. So take your time. I know this was a shorter one. I have another thing to speak on, but is LARPing really that bad?